Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a really fun episode for you guys today. We're going to be reviewing Nightwing 94. Check that cover out. That's super cool too, right? I love that artwork right there with Roland just kind of he is definitely not happy with Nightwing. And yeah, let's let's find out why, right? Now before we get dived into that, I do want to let you guys know about our 400 subscriber giveaway. Now, when we hit 400 subscribers, we're going to be giving this book away. It's the Symbiote Spider-Man #1 Symbiotes store exclusive variant cover. And all you have to do is like, comment, and be subscribed to the channel, and that'll enter you to win. And yeah, when we hit 400 subscribers, we'll be giving the book away, and I'll put up a video notifying the winner. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe on all the videos that I mentioned or that I promoted the 400 subscriber giveaway, and that'll give you the best chance to win. All right, guys, let's get dived into Nightwing 94. Now, before we get completely dived into the issue, there's always a couple things we got to cover. First off, I do want to let you guys know we're going to be going heavy into spoilers. So, if you don't want to be spoiled for Nightwing 94, that's your warning. Next, we always got to shout out the creative team, because without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book, right, guys? And so the creative team here is, we have Tom Taylor is the writer, Geraldo Borges is the artist, the colors are done by Adriano Lucas, the letters are done by Wes Abbott, and the cover is done by Bruno Redondo. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started here. And we start with the Attorney General, and she is basically berating one of the police officers that led the attack on Bloodhaven. And she's interrogating him, and she's able to basically break him and get him to admit that the guy that gave the order to send the attack out was actually Commissioner McLean. And so at the same time, the what's her name, Mayor Zuko calls Commissioner McLean and tells him, hey, the cat's out of the bag. You're about to get busted, and the cops are on their way. You better run and grab any evidence you can. He has a portfolio of evidence that implicates him in lots of crimes, and he grabs that from his house and he runs out the door. And then and then we go back to Mayor Zuko after they've hanged up, and she's talking. She calls Oracle on the phone and says, "Oracle, he took the bait." And Oracle asks, "And the files?" She says, "Yes, he took them too. He's running." And so we see him running, and who shows up but Nightwing? And Nightwing is on his motorcycle, chasing the commissioner, and chasing him down. Really cool paneling. I love the artwork on this one. And I wanted to show this panel off. I love this. So he's riding his motorcycle, right, guys? And there's a lot of action here. It's not a whole lot of talking, but he's driving straight towards him like he's playing chicken. And Oracle says to him, "Nightwing, this is not how chicken works. You're on a motorbike. I really don't think he cares if he hits you." And he goes, "I'm counting on it." And as they go to collide, Nightwing jumps and jumps out of the way. And I just love the way that they did the paneling on this. Just gonna kind of hold that for a minute so you can see what I'm kind of talking about there. Yeah, that's awesome, right? Jumps off the motorbike, jumps right over the roof of the car. Motorbike goes, smashing into the front of the car there. And he gets out and says, gets off his motorbike and says, "There are 7 ways we can do this, Commissioner. You want to know which option hurts the least?" And the commissioner pulls out a gun and starts trying to shoot at him. And Nightwing just says, "That was incorrect. The correct answer was option 3. As he throws one of his nightsticks, hits the gun out of the guy's hand, and proceeds to start, beating him up. And he says he says a lot, but some of the things he says were like, "You were supposed to defend Bloodhaven from men like Maroney and Desmond. Instead, you joined them. You weaponized your police force against the populace. You made the people fear you. You're everything that's wrong with this city tucked into a uniform. Running to the airport, fake passports, a briefcase full of cash, not a great look, Commissioner. In fact, I'd say this looks a whole lot worse than ordering an attack on Haven, really doubling down on being obviously guilty. And what are these? As he pulls out of the briefcase the files that implicate him in all these crimes. The guy's like, "Give those back," and Nightwing basically just hands those to the police and zips off. Uh, and then we see them kind of talking about how he's been caught and arrested, and that no one will be above the law, right? So the new commissioner is not coerced yet, or you get what I'm saying? Is supposedly a good person from what we can see here, and then we go back to what's his name again? Ronaldo, or what I mean, this big guy. It's on the front cover too. This guy, him, the big muscle in a business suit, and he's talking with one of his people, Brutale, and tells them to get the car ready. You know, basically, just he's kind of asking him like, why do you trust her? And he's like, no, she won't disappear. It would just lead to more unwanted attention. Get the car ready. And then it cuts back to Oracle and Nightwing, who are kind of pretty happy. Melinda calls and says, your plan worked perfectly, and they kind of congratulate each other on that. But the big thing that happens here is like, so Nightwing and Oracle kind of feel like they've won the day, and Nightwing says, you want to order pizza and read through pages and pages of criminal activity? And she looks up at him and says, I couldn't think of anything more romantic. And they start smooching, guys. They definitely do. So it looks like Nightwing and Batgirl are hooking up. And then of course when Pizza Dog comes in, and or maybe it's not Pizza Dog. I think that's a Marvel. But anyways, the cute dog that's always in these in this comic, it's Batgirl's dog. He kind of comes in and roughs up all the papers, so they stop kissing, and then at the same time we jump back over to the girl that's undercover basically, and this time Roland calls her and is like, I've figured out who the rat is, and we know as the audience that it's her, right? Well, so he says, I'm with your mom right now, and that severely worries her. So she goes running, and Roland, that's his name, and Roland basically is sitting with her mom, kind of threateningly, and what I'm saying, like, come with me. I've figured out who the rat is, and so she gets in the car with Roland, and he explains to her, I know who tipped him off, Melinda. This is Lester. This is the rat in our ranks. And so he's basically been like beating the heck out of one of the other subordinates. Obviously she knows he can't be the rat because it's her. So she kind of is like, yeah, I'll get the information out of him, and gets Roland to leave the room. And as soon as he leaves the room, she goes over and is like, I'll help you, and Brutale tells Brutale, I'll help you. We'll get you out of here. But of course, Brutale uses like his powers and zaps her, and Roland comes running in, and he's like, what the hell? And Brutale says, it's her. She's the rat. She called Grayson. And the on the ground because she's knocked out now by Brutale, and so Nightwing's on the phone going, Melinda, can you hear me? And Roland picks the phone up and says, I'm afraid Melinda can't come to the phone right now, Mr. Grayson. Crunches the phone and looks over at her unconscious body and says, oh, Madame Mayor, I am very disappointed. And that is the teaser or the end of Nightwing 94. Kind of to get us to, we got to find out what happened, right, guys? Like, Nightwing's gonna save the day, you hope, and take Roland down. But yeah, man, this has just been a great run. I'm really happy you guys recommended this title to me. Honestly, yeah, I think I'm on 5 or 6 issues now that I've been reading this, due to recommendations from you guys. So yeah, not wrong. And one of the things I did, obviously Tom Taylor's writing again was really awesome. I'm kind of like on board and want to see our Nightwing and Batgirl gonna like, be a good couple together, and so I'm curious about that. also, definitely just enjoyed the way it's kind of this um, detective kind of a cop story, and I definitely enjoy the way that it's being written right now. It's really fun. I'm on board with that. On the other side, was something I wanted to point out, is that the artists that came on, Borges doing the pencils and Lucas doing the colors, they did not skip a beat from Bruno Redondo's run. Bruno Redondo's run has been amazing, as we all know. It's been some of the most top-notch art coming out monthly, honestly. And I mean, to say that, to be like, okay, if this is one of the more, top-notch art books that, artistic books that's coming out every month, and really has an amazing flair due to Bruno Redondo's art style. For me to say this, I really do think it's saying a lot. Borges and Lucas, they didn't skip a beat. There wasn't a point in this book in Nightwing 94 where I'm gonna guess they just came in to fill in so Bruno could get a little more caught up probably, and fabulous. Did not skip a beat. I was not taken out of this story due to a completely different art style or art that was subpar to what the book had been. It was interesting paneling layout in different set up different than you normally would see, but done in a way that really evoked the action of the scene. And that's something that Bruno Redondo's been doing this whole run that's been so cool. And so I showed a couple of the panels, and yeah, so that just kind of gives you a taste of Borges really poured his heart into this book, honestly. And Lucas came in behind and laid some wonderful colors down, and they did an amazing job. So I definitely like the writing by Tom Taylor, and the art in this book was wonderful. So yeah, I give Nightwing 94 a thumbs up. It was it's just been a really good read. I gotta recommend it to anybody that's not reading it. It was recommended to me, so return the favor. Check it out, guys. All right, so that's what we have today. Remember, if you do like this kind of content and you want to help support the channel, click the link below, shop on my eBay store. Also, like, comment, and subscribe, and that'll enter you to win the 400 subscriber giveaway, which we'll be giving that away this weekend, actually. We're just past 400, so yep, expect a video on Saturday, about 3 or 4 days. So you have 3 or 4 days to like, comment, and subscribe on all the videos that I promoted the 400 subscriber giveaway. It's maybe like 7 or 8. It's not too many videos, guys. Yeah. So that's what I have today. Yeah, and also, if you guys want to come hang out with me and maybe buy some comic books for a really good price, come check me out on IG Live. My Instagram is down below, Jacob_comic without the S on the end. Same as my YouTube, but without the S on the end. All right, guys, that's what I have today. We'll see you tomorrow and have a great day.